Morning students, today we are going to discuss the topic viroid. In last session we had learned about the viroid, then some topic about the viroid also I had informed you. So in detail of viroid we will be learned now. In 1971, Theo Diener discovered a new infectious agent that was smaller than viruses. So in 1971, who is discovered this one? Theo Diener discovered a new infectious agent that was smaller than virus. It means that viroids are smaller than viruses and caused potato spindler tuber disease. Caused a disease in potato. That disease is called potato spindler tuber disease. Potato spindle tuber disease. It was found to be a free RNA. This viroid was only a free RNA. There is no outer covering. Protein coating was not there. How it was in the viroid, outer coating there, inside genetic material, like that only we learned. Here only genetic material is there, that is RNA. It is not covered by protein coat, so it is free RNA only. The meaning of free RNA understood. It was found to be a free RNA. It lacked the protein coat that is found in viruses. Hence the name viroid. So it got the name viroid. Virus, this is actually like a virus only, but it is smaller than virus, and it found to be a free RNA only. It does not have the outer coating. It lacked the protein outer coat, so it got the name viroid. The RNA of the viroid was low molecular weight. The genetic material is RNA only. So the genetic material RNA of the viroid is having low molecular weight only. Low molecular weight. So lichens are symbiotic associations, that is mutually useful associations between algae and fungi. Two organisms together, a mixing of two organisms for the benefit of both the organisms. That is very important. Mutually beneficial understanding is there. Both of them should be benefited. So lichens are symbiotic associations. Symbiosis means by this association or by this union, both the organisms should be get a benefit. So lichens are symbiotic associations, that is mutually useful associations between algae and fungi. Between algae and fungi. The algal component is known as phycobion and fungal component is known as mycobion. So in lichens, algal part is also there and fungal part is also there. So the algal part, that is the algal component, is known as what? Phycobion. The algal component is known as phycobion and fungal part is called as mycobion, which are autotrophic and heterotrophic. The algal component is autotrophic because algae containing chlorophyll, so it is autotrophic. And fungus does not having chlorophyll, like that we had learned in fungus. So fungal component is heterotrophic. Understood? So lichens are symbiotic association, that is mutually useful association. Symbiotic means mutually useful. Both of them should be benefited. Lichen also should be get benefited and algae also should be benefited from this association. The algal component is known as phycobiont and fungal component is known as mycobiont, which are autotrophic and heterotrophic. The algal component is autotrophic and the fungal component is heterotrophic. Algae prepare food for fungi. Algae prepare food for fungi. And fungi provide shelter. But how they are benefited? See that algae prepare food for fungi and fungi provide shelter and absorb mineral nutrients and water for its partner. So both of them are beneficial only. Algae prepare food for fungi and fungi provide shelter and absorb mineral nutrients and water for its partner. So close is their association, very close, that is association, that if one saw a lichen in nature, one would never imagine that they had two different organisms. So close their association. If we are seeing a lichen, never we can understand that it had two different organisms joined. In such a way, they are joined very closely. Lichens are very good pollution indicators. They do not grow in polluted areas. If lichen is growing in an area in water, it means that that area is not polluted, because lichen, it is very important only, lichens are very good pollution indicators because they do not grow in polluted areas. If lichen growing in some area more, then you have to understand that that area is polluted area only. If lichen is growing, then what you have to understand that that area pollution is very less only, negligible pollution, because lichens are very good pollution indicators. How they are indicating the pollution? If lichen grow in a particular area, means that not polluted area. If lichen not growing, means a polluted area. Understood? By that we have completed this lesson also. So viroids only we had learned now. Viroids onwards, one more time see that in 1979, Theo Dinner discovered a new infectious agent that was smaller than viruses and caused potato spindle tuber disease. It was found to be a free RNA. It lacked the protein part that is found in viruses, hence the name viroid. The RNA of the viroid was of low molecular weight. About viroids understood. Next one is lichen. Lichens are symbiotic associations, that is mutually useful associations between algae and fungi. The algal component is known as phycobion and the fungal component is known as algal microbiome, which are autotrophic and heterotrophic respectively. Algae prepare food for fungi and fungi provide shelter and absorb mineral nutrients and water for its partner. So close is their association that if one saw a lichen in nature, one would never imagine that they had two different organisms within them. Lichens are very good pollution indicators. They do not grow in polluted area. So summary also we will see that biological classification of plants and animals first proposed by Aristotle only. Who proposed Aristotle? Biological classification of plants and animals was first proposed by Aristotle on the basis of simple morphological characters only. On the basis of simple morphological characters. Linnaeus later classified all living organisms into two kingdoms. Linnaeus later classified all living organisms into two kingdoms, plant and animalia. Linnaeus later classified all living organisms into two kingdoms, plant and animalia. Pythagoras proposed an elaborate five-kingdom classification: Monera, Protista, Fungi, plant and animalia. This all already we had learned that. So Linnaeus only classified organism into two. So all plants are coming inside the plant and all animals are coming inside the animalia. So there is a very different organism are coming in single class only. Plants means from unicellular plants to very tall plants like a cinchona up to there. So all these are coming in single kingdom. Then organism not having any similarity. That is the limitation of two kingdom proposed by Linnaeus. Afterwards, Pythagoras proposed an elaborate five kingdom classification: Monera, Protista, Fungi, plant and animalia. The main criteria of the five kingdom classification were cell structure, body organization, mode of nutrition and reproduction, and phylogenetic relationship. Cell structure, body organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction, and phylogenetic relationship. Phylogenetic means evolutionary relationship. From which phylum the other phylum is evolved in that. In five kingdom classification, bacteria are included in kingdom Monera, that we had already learned. Remember it? Bacteria are included in kingdom Monera. Bacteria are cosmopolitan in distribution. Cosmopolitan means wherever we can, anywhere we can see bacteria only. Like that, organism are called as cosmopolitan. Anyway, these organisms show the most extensive metabolic diversity. Very metabolism. Metabolism means all the biochemical reaction taking place inside an organism is called the metabolism. So these organisms show the most extensive metabolic diversity. Bacteria may be autotrophic or heterotrophic. Bacteria may be autotrophic or heterotrophic in their mode of nutrition. Kingdom Protista includes all single-celled eukaryotes such as Bacteria may be autotrophic or heterotrophic in their mode of nutrition. And next kingdom is kingdom Protista, includes all single-celled eukaryotes such as chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds, protozoan, etc. These are the classifications of Protista. See which are the classification: chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds, and protozoans. Protists have defined nucleus, very well defined nucleus it has, and other membrane bound organelles, because this protista included in eukaryota. Eukaryota, this is the characteristic of eukaryota. Eukaryotic organism having a well defined nucleus and other membrane bound organelles. But prokaryote are not having a defined nucleus and membranous organelles absolutely. They reproduce both sexually and asexually. They reproduce both sexually and asexually. Members of kingdom fungi show a great diversity in structure and habitat. Most fungi are saprophytic in their mode of nutrition. They show asexual and sexual reproduction. Phycomycetes, ascomycetes, basidiomycetes, and deuteromycetes are the four classes under this kingdom. This fungi kingdom, see that phycomycetes, acidomycetes, basidiomycetes, and deuteromycetes. That is the third kingdom of Pythagoras. By kingdom classification, fungi are the four classes under this kingdom. The plantae include all eukaryotic chlorophyll containing organism only. Eukaryotic also, eukaryotic organism now everybody knowing, well defined nucleus and all membranous organelles are present. What is membranous organelles? Mitochondria, Golgi complex, these all are examples of membranous organelles. All membranous organelles present. So the plantae include all eukaryotic chlorophyll containing organisms, algae, bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperm and angiosperms are included in this group only. Plantae includes, which are the group coming under plantae, see that plantae include all eukaryotic chlorophyll containing organism, algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperm and angiosperms. The plantae include all eukaryotic chlorophyll containing organism, algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms are included in this group. The life cycle of plants exhibit alternation of generation. That is an important term only, alternation of generation. Two phases are there in the life cycle of a plant. Gamete producing plant is called a gametophyte. Two plants will be there. Male producing male gamete and female produces female gamete. So gametophytic is there, male gamete and a female gamete. Next one is sporophytic. Sporophytic means spore producing only, asexual reproduction only. Gametophytic phase is the sexual reproducing. As it is sexual, both the male and female are there. Both the male and the female, both of them are there. So spore producing is the second one. Spore producing means it is producing the spores only, asexual reproduction only. The heterotrophic eukaryotic multicellular organism lacking a cell wall are included in the Animalia. The heterocyclic eukaryotic heterotrophic only means animals are not having the capacity to produce their food. The heterotrophic eukaryotic multicellular organism lacking a cell wall are included in the kingdom Animalia. Included in the kingdom Animalia. Mode of nutrition of this organism is holozoic. Food is ingesting into the body. Food is putting inside the body or ingesting into the body. They reproduce mostly by the sexual mode. Sexual mode only. They reproduce mostly by the sexual mode. Some of the cellular organisms like viruses and viroids as well as the lichens are not included in the five kingdom system of classification. Some cellular organisms like viruses, viroids as well as the lichens. A cellular organism like viruses, viroids as well as the lichens are not included in the five kingdom system of classification. And some exercises are also given. This exercise you have to solve in your notebook only. So we will see some slides also. Yeah, we will see from the starting onwards. So in this lesson, we learned about the five kingdom classification. What are the merits of classification? And classifications are Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plant, Animalia. And three are more included. They are virus, viroids, and lichen. Because of these three are acellular only. So Whittaker was not included in his kingdom. Separately included virus, viroids, and lichens. So now understanding these many things we already completed in the lesson. So living organism divided into five. This is five kingdom classification only. Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plant, and Animalia. And this one Monera. All bacteria are included in the Monera only. And Protistan organisms, these are Protista only. Dinoflagellate, fungi, etc. And merits of classification, one day read and see that the prokaryotes are separated from eukaryotes. Merits of classification. All unicellular eukaryotic organisms are put in one group. All unicellular eukaryotic organisms are put in one group. Different heterotrophic fungi from autotrophic, differentiating heterotrophic fungi from autotrophic green plants based on evolutionary relationship. So one question given at the end of the exercise, what are the merits of classification? These four are the merits of classification. So one day read and see that. Then we have learned Monera. Bacteria is divided into two, Archaebacteria and Eubacteria. Archaebacteria, extreme condition living bacteria are included. Archaebacteria like salty water, high temperature, spring, like that only. Eubacteria are true bacteria only, common bacteria. Eubacteria again divided into autotrophic and heterotrophic. Autotrophic again divided into photosynthetic and chemosynthetic. Light is using for the synthesis of food. Sunlight is using, then it is called the photosynthetic, and the chemical is using for food preparation, then it is called the chemosynthetic. Next one is Protista, that is the second kingdom is Protista. It is divided into five: chrysophysids, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds, protozoa. And see that diatoms, golden examples of chrysophytes, Goniolax is the example of dinoflagellates. Euglena is the example of euglenoids. Plasmodium is the example of slime mold. Amoeba, Paramecium, Euglena are coming under protozoa. So chrysophysids, diatoms, and golden algae. Goniolax, dinoflagellates. Euglena, euglenoids. Plasmodium, slime molds. Amoeba, Paramecium, and Euglena. Fungi, heterotrophic eukaryotes are included in fungi. Fungi are divided into four classes: Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes. Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, and Basidiomycetes, Deuteromycetes. Phycomycetes, Rhizopus albugo, Rhizopus albugo. Ascomycetes, Easter penicillium. Phycomycetes, Rhizopus albugo. Ascomycetes, Easter penicillium. Basidiomycetes, Aspergillus claviceps neurospora. Deuteromycetes, Alternaria, Trichoderma, Coletotricha. These are the classifications of fungi. Next one is plant. Chlorophyll containing multicellular eukaryotes, cell wall made up of cellulose. Life cycle shows alternation of generation having gametophytic N and sporophytic Q phase. One time read. Animalia, heterotrophic multicellular eukaryotes, large cell wall, depend on plants directly or indirectly, stores food reserves as fat or glycogen, holozoic nutrition, capable of locomotion, follow a definite growth pattern, reproduction is asexual. One time read and see that. Next one is virus. Today, last session we had learned virus only, non-cellular organism, not having the cell, obligate parasite, body has protein coat called capsid, and genetic material is DNA or RNA. Body has an outer coating, capsid, and genetic material DNA or RNA. Plant viruses have single-stranded RNA. Animal viruses have double-stranded DNA or RNA. Animal disease, mumps, herpes, chickenpox, influenza, and AIDS. Animal disease, mumps, herpes, chickenpox, influenza, and AIDS. These are the virus-causing animal disease. And plant-causing animal disease are plant disease like mosaic, leaf rolling, curling, yellowing of leaves. Mosaic, leaf rolling, curling, yellowing of leaves. And structure of virus. This diagram you have to draw into the notebook. This diagram, see that it has a head, capsid. The single structure, the capsid is open and shown the DNA as the genetic material. Bacterial cage having double-stranded DNA as the genetic material. And each of this is called a capsomere. Capsomere combine to form a geometrical structure called a capsule, which is the protein coating only. And neck is also there. After the neck, tail, and this base plate and tail fibers are there. Tail fibers. It is entering into the virus. Bacteria, it is virus only. It is entering into the bacteria and eating virus, destructing the virus. So it is called bacteriophage. Phage means eating. Eating bacteria. This is virus only. This is not bacteria. This is virus, but it is eating the bacteria. So it is called bacteriophage. This is another virus only, animal virus it is. And inside this, this is having RNA as the genetic material. RNA as the genetic material. This RNA only shown here like this. Next one is lichen. This is looking like a beard, mustache and beard. So it is called a beard lichen. Lichen saying here on this one. Lichen. Lichen is an association. It is found on rocks, bark, or poor soil or composite organism. Why it is called a composite organism? Because it is a mixture of both algae and fungi. Both algae and fungi. So fungus and algae. The bed lichen seen here growing on a tree is one of the stalked lichen only. The bird lichen seen here. This is bird lichen only. It is looking like a bird. So it is bird lichen seen here growing on a tree is one of the stalked lichen only. It has a stalk-like structure. Stalk means stick-like structure. It is made up of 3 zones only. One central zone is there, which is in the center. This one. One central zone. One central zone is loose fungal filaments only. Loose fungal filaments. Central zone is having loose fungal filaments. Central zone. And one intermediate zone that is of the algal one only. Green color like that is saying algae having chlorophyll. So this green algal cell. And this outer zone that is compressed fungal filament only. Like that 3 zones only it is seen. And next one about viroid discovered by Theo Diener, and it is smaller than virus. It lacks the outer protein coat. It has a free RNA of low molecular weight. It has a free RNA of low molecular weight. This is potato spindle tube disease. It is causing potato spindle tube. One time read and see that it is discovered by Theo Diener, smaller than virus, lacks protein coat, has a free RNA of low molecular weight. This is potato spindle tube. Lichen, this is the symbiotic association of algae and fungi. Algal part is called phycobiont and fungal part is called mycobiont. As it is association of two organisms, both of their body part is there. So algal part is called phycobiont and fungal part is called mycobiont. Phycobiont is autotrophic and prepares food. Phycobiont is autotrophic because it algal part only, so it has chlorophyll. Phycobiont is the algal part, so it has chlorophyll. So it prepares the food, so it is autotrophic. And fungal part is mycobiont only. Mycobiont is heterotrophic. Mycobiont is heterotrophic only. Mycobiont is heterotrophic. It provides shelter and absorbs mineral and water. Mycobiont is heterotrophic. It provides shelter and absorbs mineral and water. It acts as pollution indicator. It acts as pollution indicator. That is, it does not grow in polluted area. It acts as a pollution indicator indicating the pollution, and it does not grow in polluted area. So this lichen is seeing in some area, then what we have to understand that that area is pollution free only, having fresh air it was. Understood? Like that from lichen, we can understand that which is polluted area and which is, if it is a polluted area, then lichen will not be there. If it is not polluted area, then lichen will be there. Understood? This is bacteria cell only given there. Bacteria cell only. Bacteria already we had learned in Monera. Monera we had learned the bacteria. See that it is a prokaryotic organism only. So actually nucleus is not nuclear membrane and other membrane. This is a cell only. No? So other membranous organelles are also not there. Membranous organelles are not there. Only nucleus only present there. We cannot be see the membranous organelles. Adella nuclei. Bacteria cell. This is showing that the cell wall is there, other membranous organelles are absent. Which are the organelle? Ribosome. Ribosome is a organelle which is the membrane is not there in ribosome. So ribosome is seen in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic organelles. So nucleoid. Nuclear membrane absent, nucleoid is spread in such a way. Undeveloped nucleus it possesses. See bacterial cell. Next one, this is the prokaryotic cell. This all you have to draw into the notebook. Then you will be get a thorough idea about the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic. Plasma membrane. Naked circular DNA means it does not have nuclear membrane is not there. Nuclear membrane is not there. So it is naked only. Outer covering is not there. Only ribosome will be present here. Ribosomes. Capsule cell wall. Other mitochondria, Golgi, complex cisternae, these all are absent only. Only ribosome is present. Ribosome is not a membranous organelle. This is the real structure of a prokaryotic cell. Flagellum also seen. Capsule, enfolding of cell surface, mesosome, plasmid, pili, cell wall, strengthening material is cell surface membrane, cytoplasm, ribosome. About this prokaryotic cell we will learn in the next lesson. Reproduction in fungi only, vegetative reproduction, asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction, and fragmentation, fission, budding. These four are vegetative reproduction, fragmentation, fission, and budding. Asexual reproduction, conidia, sporangiosperms, zoospore. Sexual reproduction, oospores, ascospores, and basidiospores. See that we have already learned like this. Writing and learning, then you can easily remember it. Sexual reproduction in fungi. two protoplasm fused together, that is called plasmogamy, and nucleus fused together, that is called a karyogamy. So fusion between two motile or non-motile gametes, fusion between two motile or non-motile gametes, sometimes two haploid hyphae come together and fuse only, two haploid. Karyogamy, fusion of two nuclei in some fungi, two haploid cells immediately fuse and form diploid cells. In some may dikaryotic. Dikaryotic means N plus N, both of them together only. The difference understood. Karyogamy means two nucleus combined together to form a single one. But dikaryotic means two nucleus will be there, which later become diploid. Such a phase is called a dikaryophase. This already learned. Meiosis, fungi form fruiting bodies. Zygote undergoes a reduction division forming haploid spores. Meiosis, fungi form fruiting bodies, and zygote undergoes reduction division forming haploid spores. Classification of fungi only shown: Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, and Deuteromycetes. Fungi: Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, Deuteromycetes. This is diagram of Rhizopus. Bread fungus it is, Rhizopus. Spores are producing from this one. Sporangia means a bag-like structure which contains spores. So from that only the sporangiospores are there. This is showing cenocytic hyphae. Cell division. Cytoplasm after nuclear division, cell division does not take place. As a result, what will be happen? More than one nucleus will be present in one cell. Like that, see that these all are nucleus. So cenocytic hyphae. Sporangium, sporangium breaking and sporangiospores are released. Aspergillus. Ascospores in ascus. Agaricus, mushroom, agaricus. Basidium carrying basidiospores. These are the basidiospores, the basidium carrying the basidiospores. This one, see that two nucleus fused together. So 2N, N, this one N and this one also N, both of them fused together to form 2N. Then undergoing meiosis. When meiosis it undergoes, 4 cells will be formed. 4 are there. Vacuole, basidiospores. So these all are included in this lesson. And what I want to say that first 2 lessons of the journal, practical journal you are having. All of you purchase the journal. In that first 2 you have it, animal classification and plant classification. You have to draw and write. Animal classification and plant classification. Side one picture is given, that from that you have to same picture you have to see and draw there, and some important points about that you have to write also. Right. Understood. Any doubt regarding that you are having, then you have to call me. So we have completed the second lesson, and with the third lesson we will continue tomorrow.